see what's on TV today. Foretellas here. We are live on Channel 11. The cops believe that their prime suspect has fled town. If you have any information on this guy, please call at 1-800-TRACK. "1984 is a dystopian novel." What is a dystopia, you may ask? A dystopia is an imaginary place where everything is unpleasant or bad. Typically, this is seen in a totalitarian system. What is a totalitarian system? Basically, it's when the government has full control over you, such as Stalin or Hitler. They're perfect examples of that. Anyways, this book is written by George Orwell. In this book, the main character does not love nor support the party. The party is also known as Big Brother. Big Brother surveillances everyone 24/7 besides the proles. They also deny the people any type of pleasure. Therefore, the main character tries to rebel against the party. His first act of rebellion is actually buying a diary, which is punishable by death. Then later on, he meets a woman. Yep. And after that, you can say it doesn't end too well for both of them. And there's this guy whose name is O'Brien, who he thought he could trust. But there's a huge plot twist in the end.
Has fled town. If you have any information on this guy, please call at 1-800.
What is that? Who is Winston Smith? Winston Smith is the main character in 1984. He worked in the records department at the Ministry of Truth, and his job was to basically rewrite history. Crazy, huh? Not only that, but he envisioned that one day Big Brother will be taken down. Not in his timeline maybe, but eventually. He said, if there is hope, it lies in the proles. Who is Julia? Julia is actually a rebel as well. She may not be your average rebel, but she was a rebel from the waist downwards, according to Winston. That may not be the best attribute to have, but to Winston, she was perfect. It's so sad how it ended. They made some type of vow to each other to not betray each other, but in the end they did, and they became utter strangers. Who is O'Brien? O'Brien is part of the inner party, and Winston believed he was part of the Brotherhood, but apparently that wasn't true. Winston had this crazy theory that O'Brien had told him in his dream that they would meet in a place where there is no darkness, which actually ended up being true, but not the way Winston expected. Although O'Brien tortured Winston, Winston still somehow liked O'Brien in a way because he talked to him, and it was nice having someone to listen to him actually. But O'Brien was a bad guy, basically. He made all this up just to crush him. Themes. I believe the main theme in this book is about power. Why power? Because power is such a dangerous thing. Like in this book, for example, the party wanted full control over everyone, and I believe Orwell was trying to warn us that if we keep heading down this path we're heading, eventually we'll end up as 1984, you know? For example, the NSA, apparently they were surveillancing us. Like, that's crazy, you know? But just to open your eyes on something, let's talk about symbolism. Symbolism played a big role in 1984. For example, the paperweight and the poem, they represented the past, which no longer existed in 1984. Another thing was the Pearl woman who sang. She represented freedom or hope. Let's talk about foreshadowing. Winston dreamt that O'Brien would meet him in a place where there is no darkness. And that happened to be true. But it was very ironic that they met at the Ministry of Love, where Winston was tortured, and it was called a place where there is no darkness because they never turned the lights off. So basically, his dream was foreshadowing this moment. Miss Orman, if you're watching this, I'm truly sorry, but I did not like the book, unfortunately. Mainly because of the end. I know you said that the end was bad, but I didn't expect it to be this bad. Like, I expected Winston to die in what he believed in, at least, you know? But instead, he ended up loving the party and betrayed Julia. Therefore, I would give this book probably a 6 out of 10. And if you guys want to check this book out, I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to buy it or anything.
She could be singing this tonight. I wanna touch the northern light.